it must be newly dropped, but it was before I've actually reacted to this trailer. It's a new Suicide Squad trailer too. I've actually seen it before because there was a one that I saw on a version that I saw on Twitter, but it wasn't a very good version. But now we've got a clear version of it. So I'm going to do a reaction and breakdown of the trailer with you. I want to thank Nerdette Newsstand for actually putting this up. Her channel's a really cool channel. You guys should go and look at it. She's really one of my favorite YouTubers, actually, and we often have little chats. But yeah, the new trailer is dropped, and I think this one, a lot of my fears have not been relieved by this, but I'm just hoping the film is more this, and that Warner Brothers was trying to sell the more Deadpoolish humor because they thought that would appeal more. And maybe they realized when they put that trailer out that a lot of the jokes didn't land, and you know, they're trying to do what the film actually is like, which I'm hoping this is what the film is actually like, because I think it is a lot better. So I'm going to do a breakdown review since I've seen it before, but let's go watch it first together and then we'll break it down.
Super villains, sad souls in costumes. One you think they're all dark and deep. What's it like?
I already love the villain
Villains,
in this.
sad souls in costumes.
The villain
One
sounds
you think they're all
awesome.
dark and deep. What's it like? Living life as a punchline. But all it would take would be one blessed act of rebellion.
This is cool with the rat catcher as
to
well.
restore your dignity in its entirety.
It's just so much better,
You know the deal.
to me, when you take these fanciful characters, these fantastic characters in the DC universe seriously. Honestly, because if you don't, it exposes the silliness of them. I think with the Marvel universe, the opposite treatment is actually better because they're so grounded, the characters, and they're not like these big mythic characters. So playing up the normalcy and the humor of them is better for that universe. But with the DC universe, as I said, when you take something like the concept of Ratcatcher, if you make it silly, it's just like you can't take it seriously. But if you actually play it as dark and a twisted kind of thing, I think it works, especially for the Suicide Squad property. But
Mission, you
anyway.
get 10 years off your sentence. You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base
and
of your
King
skull.
Shark, for instance.
Love them or hate them, these are your brothers and sisters for the next few days.
It still looks like
Any questions?
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
we're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for God's sake.
it's so much more compelling
This is suicide.
Well,
and
that's kinda
visually
what-
beautiful as well.
What the?
Nothing like a bloodbath to start the day.
They call you Peacemaker?
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
What's that true?
Funniest line, really, really funny.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any
This joke is
information you
still
give us is
terrible.
false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates,
You die.
What? No.
That joke is so awful. But yeah, I mean, you can't. It's a million times better. I mean, even people who like the former trailer have to admit, watching this, it's just a million times better. It's more in the tone of the original Suicide Squad. I think now it's going to appeal to people, and there were a lot of fans of, obviously the internet makes it seem like there wasn't, but there was a lot of fans of the original Suicide Squad. This one makes it look better. I still am pretty upset that Katana, the only Asian person on the team, wasn't in this film and expanded upon, because I really liked her. I don't know why they took Katana out. I would have liked to see, some sword given extra powers and her in this, because I think she would have fit in this new iteration of the team. I don't like that the only Asian character was taken out at all. That really pisses me off. But yeah, it looks decent. I'll put it this way from this trailer, and all I can say is I hope that the tone matches this trailer much more than it did the initial one. But just going through some of the highlights.
Sad souls in costumes.
Again, whoever this person is speaking, the villain sounds awesome.
They're all dark and deep. What's it like? Living life as a punchline. But all it would take would be one blessed act of rebellion.
So she's the daughter of the original Ratcatcher, I understand. And yeah, this is weird. Like, I'm intrigued by her character now, and what these rat powers allow her to do. It looks weird, dude. It is like really
Blessed
strange.
act of rebellion. For you to restore your dignity in its entirety.
I love Harley Quinn much
the deal.
more in
You
this
take the mission,
trailer
you
as
get
well.
10 years off your sentence.
This is the Harley Quinn I like. The more like, yeah, she's psychotic, but like she doesn't have to be like every line she's trying to, has to be some kind of joke. It's just like, she put it this way, like, I don't like when the film is trying to make it sound like she is, funny, as opposed to she's psychotic and thinks she's funny. I like that interpretation of Harley Quinn much more. I don't like, I think Amanda Waller seems in this a little bit, she doesn't seem like she's like really full on like she was in the first movie. So I hope they're just saving all her cool bits for the movie, because she was one of my favorite characters in the first movie.
You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
Love him or hate him, these are your brothers and sisters for the next few days.
I think all of these guys are dead. This is my prediction. Everyone in this shot here is dead. They're going to send these guys in first, and they're all going to die. And that means, unfortunately, I think Captain Boomerang is going to fucking die, because you can see like none of, like, Harley Quinn isn't there, fucking Peacemaker isn't there, all of those guys, and that pisses me off, because again, I really did like Captain Boomerang in the first movie. He had the moment that I found most funny, actually, in the film, where he basically, they say you can leave in the first Suicide Squad. Basically, Rick Flag tells the team that anybody can leave if they want, like the bombs are like deactivated or something like that. And everyone stays, but he just leaves. He ducks out. And I love those cowardly characters. I always find them funny. And I just thought he did a really, really good job in that movie. He made me laugh quite a few times. I know people don't like him as an actor. I don't have a massive problem with him. I've seen much worse actors, but people don't like this particular actor. So yeah, I think all of these guys are dead. These are, especially because it's James Gunn's brother is playing this weird rodent character. So I can imagine he'd think it's funny to put his brother in a movie just to kill him off straight away. Yeah, all of these guys I'm pretty sure are dead.
Any questions?
And
Yes.
And then they go to this new team to sort it
we're
out.
gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for God's sake.
In fact, look, you can see that from there. That's actually another funny joke, but it's one of the funnier jokes of even from the first trailer. But you can see there that basically what's happened is those guys were sent in. They all died. Maybe I hope Captain Boomerang somehow survives. Like it looks like he's dead, and then the Suicide Squad come in and then they save him. I hope, because I think it's Joel Kinnaman. Is it Joel Kinnaman? Yeah, maybe that's actually Rick Flag. But anyway, whoever plays the Captain Boomerang, I hope he's kind of safe by the end. But you can see the setup there is that they go on a mission, die, and then these guys come in after. Like Amanda Waller sends in a new team, like saying, "Well, you're now on this deadly mission that they just failed. So good luck, guys." And he's saying we're all gonna die in a response to that. I'm finally getting the Peacemaker thing. I like this shot actually now, watching it again. I liked that shot of John Cena in the shorts. I'm finally getting why they like Peacemaker a lot, because he's pretty cool in this movie. Yeah, this shot was John Cena doing in the shorts. I'm finally liking Peacemaker in this this trailer. I thought it was really stupid and low-hanging fruit jokes from the first trailer, but this one actually, and I feel like that Dick's joke, maybe with some context, once you know how much he's dedicated to peace, even though he's got some warped view of what peace is, that once you get a context of how much he's devoted to it, even that Dick's joke that I thought was so silly in the first trailer might actually land. No. I'm loving the use of Polka Dot Man. I might actually quite like Polka Dot Man in the end. The use of his powers, I don't know what they're going to be. I've never looked him up to see what his powers actually are. I want to be completely surprised in the film. But I'm liking the aesthetic here. I think James Gunn, much like Guardians of the Galaxy, to me, is the most beautiful looking MCU movie. Most of the MCU movies look like TV movies, but Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 actually have really, really nice kind of cinematography in comparison with the rest of the Marvel movies. And this one has nice cinematography as well. Is it Zack Snyder's as good as Zack Snyder? No. Is it as good as, even Wonder Woman 2017? Maybe, but like I think Wonder Woman 2017 also was one of those movies where you could take each panel and it looked like a comic, like it was ripped out of the comic book. So Patty and Zach are pretty good at doing that. Even in Wonder Woman 1984, when the shot looked clean, it looked like a lot of it looked like a panel from a comic book movie. And that was the same with the first Suicide Squad. What else is in, what other movies are there? Shazam's kind of like that a little bit. Aquaman's definitely like that. It's like, it looks straight out of a comic book. So I'm hoping that this fits in with the DC aesthetic of making films that, the cinematography is a bit, better than the cinematography in the MCU films. But this looks awesome with the way his powers are working here. And this, I love. What I love that with the this is the Harley Quinn I like, with her just mowing down cats with machine guns. This is obviously, I think, when they come to rescue her and she kills all the people and escapes herself. And I love this flowers stuff in the background. That's really cool. That's what I mean. Like that kind of shot is just visually very interesting. I want to see a lot of shots like that in the movie.
This is serious.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
Yeah,
What the?
that is cool. What is that power? That's so weird.
Suicide.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
That power's awesome. I want to. That is a really cool, interesting power. So James Gunn is messing around with a lot of visually interesting powers here. So I'm looking out for this guy. I hope he doesn't die before like displaying some use of this ridiculous power. But and Harley Quinn's response, I think, is great.
What the?
Nothing like a bloodbath to start the day.
They call you Peacemaker?
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
Yeah, that's my favorite joke so far. That's a really, really good joke. Good setup, good everything. And then there's this
You
guy.
are the crazy one.
Yeah. And now I'm much more excited about Starro because that's a really deep cut into the comics. You know, the Starro is obviously the worst villain that ever showed up in the Justice League, you know, that the Justice League faced together. So I'm much more excited to see this kaiju come to life in the Suicide Squad, and hopefully it's better than what the kaijus that we saw in Godzilla vs. Kong, which were awesome, but like the film was terrible, so it kind of ruined that. But this is great stuff here. And the rats, awesome.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out
This
any
is a terrible
information you give
joke.
us is false, you die.
If you find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
I love this gun. The way that gun looks is awesome. That is awesome, the way that gun looks. So yeah, altogether, I think this is looking a lot. I have much higher hopes. Hi, the Goddess Snakes, man. How are you doing? I have much higher hopes for this version of the movie, and we're gonna see what it's like. Hopefully, it is as good as this trailer looks, as opposed to the last trailer. This suggests to me, the fact that this is out there and they've put this out there, this suggests to me that there were more people like me who were looking at this film and thinking, what the hell, man? Like, this is not what we signed up for a Suicide Squad movie. This is MCU 2.0 done much worse. And I think that they must have recognized that. I think they wanted to sell it on that, because I think someone at DC has a very stupid idea that that's what DC should be doing and that's what people want because of the MCU movies, rather than realizing that the DC has crafted its own kind of universe that people like, but they just want to see the scripts be tighter. They want to see the stories be tighter and better stories, but the same tone. The tone isn't the problem. It's the writing, the stories, and the critics are full of shit. They've been exposed. After the Joker, after the rating, the Rotten Tomatoes rating that the critics gave the Joker, where it was 64%, even though it had like a 95% approval rating by audiences. Everyone loved it, got an Oscar nomination. It just showed the bias that now critics basically have a bias towards Marvel, and they have a bias towards making movies silly like the Marvel universe. Or not silly, sorry, pardon me, but making movies in the style of the Marvel universe with the humor and the jokes. And they just think any comic book movie that tries to take itself seriously, they're going to take shots at it. They took shots at Zack Snyder's Justice League. They've taken shots at, yeah, they basically took shots at the Joker. Wonder Woman, they, you know, it's quite serious, but it has some, you know, humor and levity to it. So they gave that one a break. They gave Shazam a break. They gave Aquaman like a little bit of a break. But in general, the bias is there towards the darker DC movies. They just will trash them no matter what. So I don't think that DC should be worried that the critics' response to their movies actually reflects what audiences feel about their movies. I think audiences like the more serious tone to the DC movies. And I think this trailer is a good trailer to showcase that kind of thing, where you can have some humor in it. There's no problem with having a little bit of humor. It's nice. Everyone likes to laugh, but it can't be like a joke fact, like, you know, and where it's like, oh, we've got to put a joke in here, even if it's not funny. We just have to, just because, you know, we have to break up. You don't, if a joke isn't needed in that moment, don't bother. If it is, fine. If it isn't, don't bother. But this is good. I like it. Please do me a favor. Give me a high five. Smash that like button. The like button, the thumbs up button there helps the algorithm, helps me get out more content to people. And also, please comment. Love the comments. The God of Snakes, thanks, man, for commenting there. He just said hi. And you know what? I'm gonna comment, like, and subscribe for more content. And you know what? I'm gonna see you on the flip side, and I love you 3000. Peace.